Welcome back to your favorite podcast of the week. It is...
All right, let's get to the chase, man. All right, I'm Neal Pretty Boy Thomas. This is Dean Walker. This is Smoke right here. Did you guys like that decision? Because I certainly didn't.
Oh, Neal's
Okay,
ready to talk.
I'm ready to go,
Wait,
man.
wait,
Let's speed this up, man.
You
All right.
talking about Roman Reigns?
Yeah, Roman Reigns versus Cody Rhodes in the main event, in the greatest WrestleMania event of all time. The build-up was a huge fucking disappointment. Where do we go from here?
Okay.
Where do we go from here?
Okay. In case viewers listen.
Where do we go from here? Roman
Viewers-
winning again. Solo Sikoa, the Usos, Sammy and KO come out. They interfere. Look I can give you the rundown. Slow pace match in the beginning. Roman posturing, Paul Heyman being all sweaty and nervous. The prison bitch, right? We got Roman kicks out of the crossroads and a pedigree.
Let's show
All
some
right.
decorum.
All right, yeah, sure. And then we got disaster kick countered by a Superman punch. Cody kicks out of the spear. We got a ref bump after Cody breaking out of the guillotine. Then we got both guys go down. Usos interfere. Sammy,
It's his
KO
family.
come out. KO with the stunner to Roman. The haluva kick to Roman.
Everybody had interferences.
And then the kicks, and then series of punches back and forth, back and forth. Solo ends up getting kicked out, comes back, Samoan spike, Roman with the spear, Cody goes down, and you can hear the deflated feeling in the arena. I think I covered most of that. I might have got some of it out of the order, but I don't know. You guys can watch the video back, right? This was the worst, most deflating feeling I can imagine happening to, because where do we go from here?
But
Roman Reigns winning again? Why? Cody Rhodes was the perfect guy at the perfect opportunity. He had the entrances. He had the pyro. He had Brandy Rose. He had his kid in the audience. It was the perfect scenario. Everybody would have left home happy, but now we got Roman winnings again. Just because of what? To get to 1,000 days? All right, just... It's something that's going to say, oh, he got to 1,000 days. Big fucking whoop. Nobody's even going to even care about that shit anymore after this disaster of a WrestleMania main event. All right, I think I'm done now. Dean, you want to chime in on this now?
Man, listen to this mark over here, huh?
I think it's safe to say that some people are a little bitter.
How can you be so calm about this?
I'm jumping for joy over here, man.
Why? Okay, all right. So,
Listen,
go ahead. Go ahead. Tell me why you're happy, Dean.
Tell us what you think.
Tell me why you're happy. Why should we like this awful, horrible, worst booking decision in the history of WWE? Go.
All right, let me try to pull them out of the grave here. Let me help pump some air back into their lungs.
Educate us why this was a good decision. Tell us why.
Come on, wise man.
Just speak up. Come on.
It's coming to me right now.
No, it ain't.
It's coming to me. Listen.
All right.
I predicted this, and I'm going to say it again. I predicted this. I posted about it because I wanted to make sure that you could look at the proof, right? What is it? The proof is in the put. Anyway.
If you don't start talking.
Dude, I'm trying. So listen.
If you don't know what to say, let me take it. But
right.
just hurry up.
You know what, Smoke?
Listen.
Please.
Roman Reigns. The tribal chief.
Yes, we know who he is. Make your point.
Throw them
quickly.
ones up
Make
because he beat Cody.
Okay.
I don't know if this was the best booking decision, but I kind of like it. All right?
Okay.
Call me cynical.
Why do you like it?
Call me
Why?
the pieces of shit accumulated into one big piece of shit.
Why
Okay.
do you like it?
Go ahead and hate on me.
Why do you
all right?
like it?
That's okay. Because I just like to see when people are mad.
I'm that way too. That's the thing though too. When every 9 out of 10 people actually like something, I'm probably the 1 out of 10 that doesn't.
Yeah.
But to me, when you're talking about Roman Reigns getting to 1,000 days and actually starting fresh matchups and continuing this way of going, it's just like it's the same song and dance, and it doesn't make sense to me.
No, listen. I see what you mean, but think about it. Cody wins, right? And I think he'd be a great champion. I think this could have been Cody's moment. I'm not gonna lie about it, all right? And midway through the match, I was like, "This is Cody. It's it. It's gonna happen." I've said it multiple times. I want it to be a little bit more, like maybe Roman's family, Roman's something, or maybe Seth. I've said this multiple times. I don't have to keep saying it, but then I was like, yeah, you know what? This is Cody's shot. I love Cody. I love me some Cody. But once Cody wins, it's going to go back to the same routine.
Yep.
The bloodline, the fact
I disagree
that Roman
100%.
The fact that Roman
100%.
actually won,
That means we're
interesting.
We're in
gonna
the
cause
same
so much-
spot we were last year.
Hey, we're hitting rough waters though. We knew Roman was probably going to win last year. The fact that
Yeah.
the fact that they switched it up on us, I'm going to tune in on Raw. Whereas if
you're
Cody
going to
won,
tune in
I
on
would
Raw
watch the highlights.
regardless.
I haven't watched for 3 months, to be very honest. I've been watching highlights, but I might tune in now. I might be like, hey, let me watch what's going to happen
Roman doesn't
live.
appear on Raw anyways, but
After Mania,
he
Mania, he does though, right? Like last year, he did.
because Raw after Mania is pretty big. But hey, I mean, you could be right. Maybe we're hitting Groundhog Day. You know, Edge is going to come out tomorrow and challenge the Judgment Day at Backlash. Who knows? We might see it again.
Sonya Deville might come out and challenge
Stop.
Bianca Belair, her arch rival.
stop. I can't take it.
this is
Natty
like
and
Groundhog
Tamina
Day,
want
man.
redemption
Cannot take it
for
anymore.
Natty and Tamina want redemption for their tag team titles.
You know what? I think Triple H and WWE, they're cowards.
Ooh, tell us more.
They're cowards. They're scared because they don't know what else to do. Because they're like, all right, we're going with Roman for 3 years now. They don't know what else to do. Maybe they're not as creative as they think they are because they can't.
Is it okay for you to finally admit that this is not all Vince?
We don't know that.
We do know that.
He's been around.
So what? You guys refuse
listen,
to let
listen,
this.
I don't believe
you
a
guys
single
refuse
word
to let this
that-
be.
I don't believe a single word that WWE tells us. That Vince is not part of creative. Oh, he's just chilling in the back. He's observing. He's kind of inputting here and there. Bullshit. That is a fucking lie.
Well, okay, so let's
That
talk.
is a goddamn lie.
So even when he did get temporarily released
For that brief period.
do you think
It was WWE was on the upward trend. You can't
You
say
think
that
so?
it was. It was
You
getting a
think
little
so?
better because things were a little different.
They had people return who still ain't done shit.
Triple H brought a lot of people.
Them same people who came back have not done a thing.
No, they haven't. Look at Tegan Knox.
They have not done a thing
They haven't done
Damage
anything
control.
at all.
Damage control to that one.
Gargano is back on NXT.
Gargano?
Gargano.
We don't know.
Don't you find that interesting though? All right, we're talking about Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns, but Gargano comes back. Triple H was his guy in NXT.
Yeah.
What happened with that? Gargano was Mr. NXT. He was Johnny Takeover.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden he gets to the main roster and he just falls flat on his face. You're telling me Vince McMahon ain't got nothing to do with this?
But we didn't. When he came back, that's when the stuff about Vince leaving started.
Vince was gone.
Vince was gone. Was on his way out. So it can't all be.
Gargano did get injured too, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
I know you can go either way. Roman winning, Cody winning. But since Roman did win, explain to me why this was a good booking decision for WWE.
in many ways, right now, I saw something on Twitter yesterday where they said that the current men's roster is going through their divas era. That says a lot because I feel like the men haven't really gone through a period like that where they feel like they just are kind of stagnant and not doing much right now to elevate the entire brand, and it's all rested on one person. One family and one family situation and storyline. No one else has really, besides Seth Rollins, I will give that man his credit. No one else has really stepped up to do anything else. With an honorable mention to Bobby Lashley. Nothing else has been really done to, like, I don't think that they've thought things through.
Sorry.
What's up?
No, Bobby's always an honorable mention, but
We're not gonna do this now. You can tell.
We're talking serious
Your
here
te-
right now,
your
man.
team- your team member-
We can go there later. We'll go there later,
You're
man.
sitting closer to
What
your
should we
team
talk
member.
about? I don't
You're
know.
sitting closer to your team member. He might hit you, but he's not in a good mood right now. But so my thing,
Smoke, tell me why it's a good booking decision.
You gotta let me get there. Okay, so let's talk about it, man. Like I don't think that they've thought things through of once Roman is out, once the bloodline is finished, what is our next big thing? What is our draw in? They don't have that.
You just had it with Cody Rhodes and you blew it.
It's not going to just take Cody Rhodes. It's not. I'm sorry.
If one listen, WWE existed.
Cody Rhodes is he popular? Absolutely. Is he the face like Roman is? No.
I disagree 100%.
The kids love Roman.
No. I think you're missing the mark on this one, man.
The kids love Roman. The kids love Roman.
Cody Rhodes.
He sells merchandise.
Cody Rhodes getting huge pops. Cody Rhodes, the highest merchandise sales in WWE.
Okay.
He's a made guy right now. Okay, so why don't they have...
This is going to cause controversy.
Why don't
Keep people talking, which we're doing now.
Why don't they have faith in somebody other than Roman?
You gotta ask them.
Why don't they have faith in Cody?
You gotta ask them. Maybe because
the end all be all.
It's
man.
not.
It's not.
It's not.
Because you need to have a backup plan.
Do you think they felt this way once Evolution
was done? It wasn't necessarily
done?
the end of the bloodline anyways, because I literally said Roman goes away, Jay steps up, and then not only do you have Jay step up, Cody splits the titles, Jay can go for the Universal, and then Cody can be WWE Champion. You're actually setting up something even better than Roman winning again.
Yeah. I mean, well, I didn't write the match.
I'm just saying because I want you guys to convince me why Roman continuing to win is good.
Because this right here.
Oh, because people
You're so mad. Everyone is so mad. The controversy.
That's not necessarily good, though, man.
It is.
No, it's not.
Because now, guess what?
No,
on Monday, y'all going to be tuned the fuck in.
No, it's not, man. I understand it, too. To gain a reaction out of people and make people upset all the time is not necessarily a good thing.
If you guys came to WrestleMania and to expect Cody to win.
This is where you're wrong, Smoke, because I'm going to counter that point. You're telling me all those fans at WrestleMania Night 2, that was a good thing for them? Fuck that shit.
It's not about what's good for them. It's about what's good for business.
The people that pay the ticket are the business.
Yeah.
They are the business.
They are. And sometimes you got to
You're telling me
sometimes you got to keep
You're going to tell me that people
sometimes you got to piss those people off.
I understand that you lose it in front of your own family, using your hometown.
You got to lose.
But not always the case is a good thing unless they're going to set up a huge major
but they might have a
rematch.
They might have a bigger story planned.
What bigger story?
We'll
what
find
bigger
out.
story?
We'll find out.
What bigger story?
We'll find out.
But you get this wait and see.
You guys got to
wait and see.
You guys got to come to reality. It's already done.
I know it's done.
He won. And so now we just got to wait and see.
You didn't convince me why Roman's winning was good. He didn't convince me why Roman winning was good because there's no valid reason why it should have been this way.
I didn't say I had to convince you. I'm just telling you.
Yeah, I think you got to convince yourself, man.
I can't.
I don't think we
you.
can. We cannot.
No, that's not true. If you guys were because that means you're not.
Because
you don't necessarily didn't really care then.
No, it's not that.
It's not that we don't care. We can't.
No.
I was speaking for myself. I cannot convince you of anything. You have to wait and see the rest of us.
If you would explain to me in a logical, reasonable way.
You already have your mind made up.
No, because
you already have your mind made up. You've already done polls on Twitter.
What reason did you give me why Roman winning was good?
Controversy. Keeping people talking.
We would have been talking about Cody Rhodes, and it would have been a celebration, and it would have been
a celebration,
a crowning achievement,
a celebration over shit talking, a celebration over shit talking on an entertainment platform where
anger lasts
longer, and shocking moments last longer. So I will have you pissed all day.
I'll say this because Neal, you do this a lot. We've had this talk many times where you're like, convince me, and I think. You're kind of stuck in that way to where you're like, it's got to be this way or no way. And I get it because we all have our opinions.
That's not necessarily true, though.
No. But hear me out. I think it's hard for us to convince you because we didn't write it. So we're fantasy booking in our heads kind of just like the way you are, but on the other side of the fence.
But if it was flipped
can't really
and if you had something made up in your mind, right?
Yeah.
And you're like, Roman winning was a great thing. And I'm trying to convince you why no, Cody winning because X, Y, and Z, because this could have set up this. You didn't tell me one reason why Roman winning was going to set up anything else different. You said, wait till see it plays out. What are you trying to get? You just said controversy.
Controversy.
That's a reason.
That's just as much as you saying
you're not giving
this can set up X, Z, and Y.
But
it's the same.
What?
It's still a reason, even if you don't agree with it. He still gave a reason.
A controversial reason is a reason enough to convince me why Roman
Look
won
at he got
was
Twitter
good enough.
blowing up. They got Twitter blowing up.
Yeah.
They got Twitter blowing up.
I would like you to tell the 80,000 people that hated that decision, this was a good thing, guys. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I would have been like, fuck you, Smoke.
Them people don't pay my bills.
But you just said
you people don't pay my bills.
I mean, you were like, hey,
Like,
guy,
kinda,
front
a little
row
bit.
seat. You
No.
spent 10 grand. You wanted to see Cody win.
That's your fault.
This was a good decision, right?
That's your fault.
You're not going to convince them either.
I didn't tell you to pay for that ticket.
Everybody makes a decision, right?
Everybody
On whether
makes
they're
a
gonna go or
decision.
not.
There you go. Everybody makes a decision. WWE decided to make a decision against about Roman winning again tonight, and to keep it controversial, and that's it. That's
Yeah,
it.
I think.
I just want a logical reason why Roman winning was good.
You
but,
don't
all right,
need.
we'll move
you've
on. We'll move on.
You've already made up in your mind
Yeah,
why.
man, 'cause-
you've already made up in your mind why it's not a good reason. There's no convincing you.
because I'm fine with
Because
either way.
If I wrote it, I could tell you. If I wrote this,
pitch me. Then pitch
I
me.
can tell you, but I didn't write it.
No, I'm saying, okay, we fantasy book all the time, but now you guys are backing away from that.
I didn't back away. You don't like my answer. I can't help it if you don't
but
like
you're
my
saying
answer.
a controversial answer.
Controversial.
But give me the A, B, and C after this.
A, B, and C after this is going on right now. Made it up. You've already made your decision.
Dean, what would you want to add to this?
So
Come on.
on Wednesday, what I said, which just happened a few days ago, I said I think Roman Reigns might win.
Yeah.
I said if he does, I'd want him to win with the guillotine, choke him out, because I don't want Cody to tap. That's what I said. He did do the guillotine.
Okay, all right,
but he
yeah,
didn't
all right,
win that
yep,
way.
yep,
but
yep.
but I did say I want the Usos to lose because I want the Usos out of the bloodline and kind of have that family feud going on. And then Jey Uso would win the King of the Ring, and then he would win beating Solo in the finals because Roman would send Solo in. And I think that'd be interesting. I just don't know SummerSlam because I don't know if Cody is going to still be in that picture or if they're going to plan to flip Cody into a heel. I personally, after him losing the big one, what I would do is, and this is the juice of my fantasy booking, is I would have Cody Rhodes turning heel and saying, you know what? Like, I want him to lose his mind and be like, you know what? Fuck my father. I don't care to win for him. I need to win for me because I can't hold this stress of him who just couldn't win the big one. That's his fault. But me, I'm a bigger star and I'm going to win it for me. And the crowd's going to be like, holy shit. Because when you have that reality in there, it hits hard, right?
So you want
Cody's-
another heel with an... you're booking Cody as a heel, but we already have a heel.
Well, no. So Cody, he turns heel. That's what I would want.
We need a top baby face in the company.
Do you think that could? I don't know, man. You know who I'm going with. Do you think I'm?
It's
I
not
don't
Seth.
know. It can't be Jay.
It's not Seth.
Would it be Jay?
It's
Do you
not-
think Do you think he could
he's
be
not
a
a top
baby
face.
I think it'd be. I could.
or
think it
one
could
of
be
the
Jay.
pillars of faces?
I
Man?
think it could be Jay.
I don't know, man. It's tough. But anyway, so that's what I would do. The only thing I don't know is who's gonna take it off of Roman, and maybe at SummerSlam. I that's the part that just I can't figure out because there's only a couple guys on that list. Rollins, Jay, Cody. Those are the only ones I can think of right now, unless Solo for some reason gets super fucking over.
You're shooting in the dark now, man.
Exactly. So it's like it's
you're
really
stretching.
tough.
You're
man.
reaching now.
You have top faces, Lashley, Owens, Zayn, even whatever the fuck. You have good guys.
Yeah.
You seem
but-
like you're struggling to find somebody to beat
But
Roman.
Rollins, Jay, and Cody. Those are the only three I can see to where I'm gonna be like, all right.
There's still many opportunities, you guys.
But
Of course, yeah.
That's the only
It's not
thing
the
I
end of
can
the
think
world.
of. But I want to see.
opportunity. WrestleMania is
I wanna
not
see
the
heel
end
Cody.
all of everything. If we still have another huge promotion, SummerSlam, to look forward to. It's like it's technically.
We have like 3 PLEs before SummerSlam, but Roman ain't gonna show up to them.
I'm
so.
talking about the biggest one. Second biggest
Yeah.
is SummerSlam.
Yeah.
So like let's just call it what it is. SummerSlam is the next big one, and
Right.
and that's where there's always the opportunity there.
Before you move on to the next one, I want you to fantasy book if Roman won. I mean, if Cody won, how would you book this to SummerSlam?
I think I said this before. I would book it where Cody comes out and is like, he has the undisputed titles. He has both of them. And I think, Dean, you was thinking what I was thinking too. He's like, it's not really fair for me to have both titles, so I'm going to relinquish one. We're going to have a tournament on SmackDown to determine the Universal title, and then I'm going to carry the WWE Championship. Randy Orton comes out on Monday Night Raw, and he was like, hey, guys, remember me? I'm back now. Seth Rollins comes out like, hey, I just won WrestleMania. And then you either have Randy Orton and Seth Rollins face each other to determine the number one contendership for Cody Rhodes, or you have a triple threat. Smoke loves the triple threat. And now you have something different. Roman goes away for a long time. Jay and Jimmy are lost now. The Tribal Chief, Paul Heyman, the Tribal Chief, he's long gone. And now Solo is a little bit lost too. So you have disorganization amongst the bloodline, and now this is where Jay is going to rise to power, and then you can have Jay versus Roman down the line, and I think it doesn't necessarily have to be for the championship, and now you have Cody literally carrying the company on the back, because if he's not ready now, he's never going to be, and I don't know why they didn't pull the trigger on him tonight, but it is what it is at this point, and I think that's how I would book it, because then you have not only Cody winning, but then it's just like Seth gets back in the main event picture. People still love Randy Orton. He can come back and immediately get a title shot. And I think that would feel good. And I think sometimes, yeah, you want people to hate wrestling and hate the decisions that they make too, but you got to reward the fans as well too.
The other way would be all right.
All right, so let's get to the rest of the matches
All right,
for the night. Yeah,
that was 25 minutes of Cody Rhodes and Roman, because I know you guys are super eager to hear what we think about that. All right,
So it was the main event.
So on the other spectrum,
let's start with match one.
we are on the other spectrum of WrestleMania Night 2 kicks off with Omos versus Brock Lesnar in match number 1. I know we were so eager to watch this match, and I feel like I called it wrong. It was 4 minutes and 56 seconds, and Brock Lesnar ended up winning. We knew it was going to be a quick one. What do you guys think about this one? The Battle of the Titans, Brock Lesnar winning.
To both men.
Yeah, this got to be Vince's idea to say, oh, we got to open WrestleMania with these two behemoths, these two monsters. You know, fuck that. That was a shitty way to open Mania.
Yeah.
Night 2, of course, of all nights, which is supposed to be the bigger one. And that was the opening, and I knew damn well that was going to be the opening, and I kind of just said,
They could
I
have
don't
left this
give a
on
shit.
night 1.
I don't know where his career's at. I mean, he just lost a WrestleMania match, and Triple H didn't really see high on him, and Vince McMahon booked him in this match, and I don't really know where he goes from here. His biggest matches that he's had, and he's lost both of them, against Braun Strowman and Brock Lesnar. So that match was what it was. I want my 4 minutes and 56 seconds of my life back, and we're going to continue moving forward. Talking about a less than stellar match. Listen, we champion women's wrestling here all the time.
Yes, we do.
We tout it a lot. We talk about it more than people probably think we should. But we're going to continue here with match number 2. We got Ronda Rousey, Shayna Baszler versus Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Natalya, Shotzi, Sonya Deville, and Chelsea Green in the showcase matchup, which had spotty moments in the match. It wasn't the cleanest match ever in tag team history. Ronda Rousey and Baszler. Baszler ends up with a shoe off at some point. I don't know what happened when she got injured. She was hobbling around there. She was gimping along. And Ronda Rousey literally had no offense except the tap out to Shotzi. There's a host of problems with the entire booking of this match. To me, this is a Vince McMahon booking. I cannot see Triple H booking this match. And what is so funny?
I'm sorry.
We're just getting started. Please, Jesus Christ! No, we've been started 3
Shout
years
out
in
to
a row.
Tribal Chief, man. He over here trolling y'all, bro.
Wow,
Damn. I like that.
wow.
He know y'all mad.
No, we're hella mad. We're hella mad.
Okay, so can I just speak my piece on this really quickly?
Please, if you want to analyze this questionable tag team match, go ahead.
I just want to let y'all know, ladies of this tag team match. I just want you all to know that I am drawing up the papers now. They're signed, they're sealed, and they're about to be delivered. Everybody is getting released. Every single one of you is getting released. I might keep Liv for the kids, and then I might.
By the way, Liv got the biggest pop in the match. I'm just saying that's a fact. That's not opinion. That's a fact.
I might keep Liv for the kids since she gets a little bit of a pop. I might keep Raquel for the future because we might not know where.
What about Natty?
And I might keep her as a trainer.
What about Natty?
Everyone is getting.
You getting rid of Shotzi?
I'm getting rid of Shotzi.
I don't blame you. What about Sonya Deville?
She's already gone.
Chelsea Green.
Who?
Baszler.
I'm asleep.
Ronda Rousey, who seems
poor thing.
I can't put my finger on Ronda Rousey. Does she hate wrestling? Does she hate the business? Is she bitter? I don't know what's going on with that.
I think she hates the fans. The fans are really hard on her.
But
I think they blame her for a lot of stuff that's outside of her control, and I think we got to stop picking and choosing what's in. I think we got to stop picking and choosing when we want to say something is in a wrestler's control, and then when it's not in their control, and then we pick and choose who we want to bully on the internet because it's like everything ain't this woman's fucking fault, bro. Yeah. It's not her fault. Clearly, she's been trying to say that the last few months.
It's become a common denominator.
She's been trying to say this the last few months. When people were mad, she got the title. She said several times prior, I did not want that fucking title. I did not want it. I did not care about it. She says if she was the one who championed, we should start having matches without the title involved. She said we can have feuds without them.
Yeah.
Everything is not this lady's fault, man. She's not my favorite either by far, but she's not. Everything is not this. It's a cop out. It's a way for you to make excuses for why your favorite wrestler performed poorly.
I'll even go further than that. It's a cop out, and it's why we're blaming one woman for a shit division.
That's been shit for years.
Yeah.
That's been shit for years.
And we blame Charlotte too a lot too because you know what? Her title reign was garbage.
It's like it's like you guys expect like them to make magic overnight when they weren't. They only can do what they're given.
So Ronda Rousey and Baszler, they won the match, and they're gonna get obviously they got dumped on horrifically, via the socials.
Both ladies are injured, by the way,
and yet these women, other wrestlers are getting fed to them, and are we gonna care if they win the tag team titles more than we do now?
No.
If they're not even 100% healthy, where the vision is in shambles right now,
I'm gonna
man.
be honest with you. I really feel like both ladies look like they were probably irritated that they had to perform tonight.
Again, I would have booked it. Just put a battle royal out there. Get all the females and the women's wrestlers out there. If this is how you want to do it, because this tag team match was a huge fucking waste of time.
Everybody gets seen.
Exactly.
And gets to have a Mania moment.
The winner of the match gets your shot at Bianca or Rhea. Done. Mm-hmm. All right. Let's move on to something that's actually
That was a terrible match.
Yeah, it was a terrible match. All right, let's move on to something else that matters. Drew McIntyre versus Sheamus versus Gunther in match number 3 for the Intercontinental Championship. Now, this is actually an excellent match. I'm only pissed that Samantha did not get to announce Gunther during the match. They had his what's the guy's name?
I always forget his name.
I can't remember his name.
I remember his old name. Oh, Ludwig
Kaiser.
Kaiser, yeah.
Yeah, he
second in command.
I remember his old name.
Second in command.
Marcel Bartel.
Yeah, he got.
Yeah, that's what I knew. Okay,
I was kind of pissed that Samantha didn't get announced Gunther, but this match had everything. It was everything we thought it was gonna be. It was a shit ton of chops, hard hitting match. We said it earlier. Sheamus and Drew McIntyre were going to get distracted by each other, and then Gunther was going to be there to pick up the pieces, and that's exactly what happened. But, Dean, what are your thoughts on this triple threat masterpiece?
I think it was great for Sheamus and Drew, man. I think without this match, I don't know if they would be on the card, sadly. And seeing them, we knew Gunther was going to win, but seeing them in the match, putting him over, having just a fantastic night, you know what they say? Banger after banger.
After banger. After banger.
I was really hoping you were just gonna just shut up.
Yeah.
Anyway, what do you think about it, Cordell?
I actually thought it was a great match. I'm a fan. I'm actually kind of a silent fan of both Sheamus and Gunther. I thought that Sheamus has always been kind of like a favorite of mine, that I feel like he has his ups and downs where when he's really up, the fans can really get behind him, and then when he's down, they boo him like no other too, you know.
You know what they say, if it's up, then it's stuck.
Shut the fuck up. Shut up.
The cliche king.
Sheamus, the crowd, not only was I behind Sheamus tonight, the crowd was crazy.
They're popping for him the most.
He got the biggest pop tonight.
He did.
Somebody else might have gotten the bigger pop.
Wait. We're not going down there,
I'm
Rose.
just
Put it
saying,
back in your
I'm
pocket.
just saying.
Put it back in your pocket.
We talked about
bringing
that
it back.
long
Wait.
enough.
Hold
We
up,
talked
hold
about
up.
that long enough.
I'm just saying.
We talked about that long enough.
We'll get there. We'll get
We've
there.
gotten there. We've done it.
Put the gun back in the hole.
We've done it.
It's not Cody and Roman. The biggest pop was not Cody and Roman.
No, it wasn't.
We'll get there.
We'll get there.
Okay.
We'll get
So,
there.
all right, go ahead, Smoke. Continue, man.
Okay. Oh, never mind.
Yep.
Y'all should be ashamed of yourselves over here
It's him, man. He said it.
with your ageism. Like, jeez. All right. So,
Welcome back and goodbye.
Yep.
Respectfully.
All right, Smoke. Continue,
so
man.
I'm sorry. Sheamus is the one who I kind of really wanted to win tonight, and the crowd was really behind it. But then Gunther, showcase why he is that guy, and why he's whooping asses out here. Because I think that I'm gonna be honest with you. I think that both competitors were so focused on one another that they kind of forgot all about Gunther, and he was able to do what he needed to do. And had they been all focused on one another and not just each just
you mean focused on him and not just one another?
Focused on him and not just one another. We might have had a new champion tonight.
Yeah, because Sheamus was like, "Oh, you're a backstabbing bastard. You took my title shot."
Yeah,
and I think they were too focused on each other, even though they're friends, but they beat the shit out of each other all the time. And it was actually a pretty good storyline going to this match. I liked it. And Gunther was just like, "Hey, I'm here. It's unfair.
Does anybody want my title?"
Exactly. You guys want to fight each other, but hey, I'm the real champ here. You guys got to beat me. You could have made the case for anybody, McIntyre, Sheamus, Gunther in this match. Yeah. When McIntyre came out in all white, I was like, well, he's losing. He ended up taking the pin anyways.
But the direction seemed like it was going towards Sheamus, so I don't know.
It was, based on the crowd reaction.
Yeah.
But anyways, kudos to everybody involved in that match. It was actually a really good match. Hard-hitting, physical matchup that we enjoyed very much. The next match, mixed feelings on. It was Asuka versus Bianca Belair for the Raw Women's Championship.
Yes.
The build-up of this match was probably the worst, most unforgettable build-up I can ever imagine.
With two great performers.
For two great performers for a Raw Women's Championship, right?
This is the first time I feel like the Raw Women's Championship was put on the back burner.
Second fiddle.
Yeah.
It was second fiddle to the
SmackDown.
It's usually SmackDown, and I felt like this was second fiddle to the SmackDown Championship. And this one was harder to predict because you can make the case for Asuka, you can make the case for Bianca Belair. Initially, I was going with Asuka because I was like, well, Bianca Belair is not going to win a three-peat. She's not going to beat Banks, Becky, and Asuka 3 straight years. I mean, that's fucking remarkable, right?
Yeah.
But then as the match slowly was getting closer, when WrestleMania approached, I'm thinking, well, the buildup has been so terrible. They really haven't done with anything with Asuka.
That Bianca was just going to take it home.
And Bianca was going to ended up winning this match. The match itself was really good. It was actually a fast-paced match in the beginning. It slows down. And I was talking with Smoke during the actual event. Bianca, I'm a huge Bianca Belair fan. But I feel like sometimes when she's wrestling somebody like Asuka, she gets exposed a little bit because her wrestling ability isn't as refined as she makes it seem to be, because she's so big and she's so strong and she could just power out of the moves. But when it comes to basic wrestling, I think that's where she still needs to work on.
Yeah.
And that's where I think she needs to improve, because you, as a professional wrestler, no matter if you're in year 2 or year 40, you're looking to do something different. And I was kind of disappointed in this match too. Bianca didn't really show anything different. It was kind of more or less the same. Asuka kept the speed up, and it felt like Bianca was trying to catch up to Asuka in this entire match, even though Bianca ended up winning.
Can I be honest with you? I think that there's a bunch of factors that go into why the outcome of this match ended up the way it did. I mean, one, like you said, the poor build-up. Which led, I think, they didn't give us a reason. I mean, Asuka doesn't need a reason for us to cheer for her, but they didn't give us a reason to really, really want Asuka to win and take this home.
Yeah.
And that was one of the reasons. Two, Bianca is kind of like, she's been carrying their women's division on Raw for a long time.
For a year.
And, no one really stepped up to the plate to really take it from her. And when we thought we were going to have Rhea Ripley, well, we saw how that turned out, which I guess for Rhea, it was for the better, either way. And then 3, I just actually read that the little girl who came out marching with Bianca Belair, her mom died today.
Yeah.
And so they said Triple H revealed that her mom passed away today. So, and I think it might have been like if you had a wish, what would that be? And it was probably like, I would like for Bianca to stay champion probably tonight. And they might have just helped fulfill that little girl's wish, because, man, and I don't know if and this is a child, I don't know if I could be at a wrestling event and my mom passed.
Oh, there it is. All right, so Dean, he
That was 2 seconds.
He comes to save the day. All right.
Gotcha. I just looked her up.
All right, cool. All right. So Asuka tweeted out this earlier. I might as well go back to Japan, but I bet a lot of you guys, my friends, will miss me when I leave WWE? Now I need the power of your anger. Let's bring chaos to the boring women's division with me. And there's like a shit emoji. Mm-hmm. Let's bring chaos to the women's division. Let's bring chaos to WWE. And then she has a picture of herself, and it's like squibbled out. I don't know if you guys can see that on the camera, but that's what she said. I'm thinking, where was this 4 weeks ago?
I was just about to say this.
That was the perfect thing to have earlier on, before this thing got actually going.
As much as I love Asuka, the only thing I have to say to that is a little too late. Too little, too late. This should have been said about 6 weeks ago.
So it's just like, where does Bianca go from here? It feels like she's been kind of treading water a little bit too recently.
Yeah.
And you want somebody to come up and challenge her. I think, again, if I put my booking hat on, business decision wise, it would have been cool to see Asuka win, but I understand why they went with Bianca too as well.
For me, there's one or two options. Either A, someone needs to return tomorrow, or there needs to be a new debut, or B, Bianca needs to go heel.
Going heel, and then, all right, well, if you have
causing terror amongst the division.
If you have Bianca go heel, then, you got to have a face to go against her.
There you go. Maybe someone can be built up.
Yeah. Well, maybe.
Maybe.
That's a big maybe.
Big maybe.
I mean, they had 6 weeks, 8 weeks, or whatever it's been since Royal Rumble to do something good, and obviously they wet the bed on Asuka and Bianca, but it was actually, the match itself was actually good. Pretty good.
I had no doubt about that one.
No, it was actually pretty good. It wasn't as probably good as in thrilling as Charlotte and Rhea Ripley, but it was actually,
we're saying that, right? Wild, right?
Mm-hmm.
Not necessarily though.
I thought Flair and Ripley were gonna be just boring, man. But it was good.
They showed out. They showed out.
Yep. Great match, great ending. No, I do want to piggyback. Bianca being heel, with her power and her size, she'd be dominant. But she's kind of getting that rub of the kids love her. I don't know if they're gonna do that.
They are. You're right. Because right through what I just said, the kids love her.
So her entrance was pretty much all kids. The only reason I would think to book Bianca as a heel is if they start booing her slightly.
Mm-hmm.
Because then it's just like she comes out, she's twirling the hair, she's skipping down the ring, and then now if you're like cheers, and then some of the the older folks are like,
this is getting
old. Yeah. This is getting tiresome, right?
Yeah.
And then Bianca notices that.
Yeah, just
and
flip
she's
it.
like, huh. All right, well now we can build off of that, but because she's getting cheered every week, there's no reason to flip her heel at all.
Come out and be like, I noticed y'all been hating on me a little bit. That's
exactly.
how you started,
and then we get NXT Bianca.
Yep.
But yeah, again, if she's coming out to cheers every week, flipping her heel wouldn't make zero sense.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to it wasn't the final match, but we're gonna talk about Edge versus Finn Balor, aka the Demon, in a Hell in a Cell match. Now, the hype level for this match going in, it was a pretty decent build. Would you guys say it was an all right build? Because
they've been building for a year,
pretty much since last June, and I know Dean is eager on this rematch that's probably going to happen when Edge calls out Finn on Monday Night Raw. It's like, you know what? I wasn't really satisfied with that win.
So Damian Priest,
Dominic,
he's going to start it with, I started Judgment Day. We're gonna be like, you motherfucker.
We know you did. We know you did, and they turned on you. Right?
I beat everybody in Judgment Day besides one, Rhea Ripley.
And Ripley, I want you for the women's championship in Puerto Rico.
You're like, okay, all right. What do you think? Okay, were you guys disappointed that Edge didn't really come out to the Brood song?
Yeah, I like the Brood song.
I feel like they were hyping it up. I mean, maybe that was our own expectations in our head. Because it felt like he had Brood on his fucking jacket.
What
was that about? What was that mask? I didn't get that.
Really, I loved that. Man. When he came out, I said, "Ooh."
I wanted to hear.
Can I get a?
Missed the mark on me. No,
I wanted to hear the Brood entrance, man. I wanted to hear the Brood's entrance.
Yeah. I thought Gangrel was gonna be there.
I thought we were gonna have a cameo from Christian.
Dude, that'd be insane.
I thought they were gonna go all out.
What was the song that he came out to? Because I liked it, but I don't. If I'm stupid, that's my fault.
Honestly,
but I
can't even tell you. I don't recognize it either.
Okay, so it's not like a callback to anything.
I don't think so. No,
I don't think so.
It was dope, and the mask thing was that that mask kind of reminds me of some rich person who would be in like The Purge or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, or some Squid Game shit. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of mask
where they got to disguise themselves, where they're like sitting in a room with like fine cheeses and wine and shit like that.
Get this. So do you know how it's all like glass and mirrors and shit on his face? Mm-hmm. He could be like a villain that would be like, the reason why my mask is a reflection is because you caused this.
He's like disfigured underneath.
Yeah.
Right?
He's like,
some weird scar.
I'm a
on his
bad
face.
guy because you caused it. So you're looking at yourself because you did this to yourself. So I'm not killing you. You're killing you. Ooh.
I'm getting more like James Bond villain from that.
Instead of the sadistic version of mine?
I'm getting more James Bond-ish from that. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, book it then. Well,
would you guys think
that's not in WWE, but
okay. What'd you guys think of the match itself, the Hell in a Cell match? What'd you guys think?
It was good. Why'd they cut so fucking far with the blood thing, man? Who cares, man? Just let them bleed. It's on the pay-per-view. They always let the pay-per-views just go if it's bloody. And then on Raw and SmackDown, they would just make it black and white.
Black and white.
Yeah, if they did have a replay.
That's on the replay.
And also, he has face paint up the ass. We couldn't even tell that he was bleeding besides the paint on the canvas.
It was like more on the top of the head, I think. And they had to stitch him up during the match, and he was gushing blood.
Maybe he did it. They did it for safety. Maybe it was a bad gash. Who knows? But it took me out of the match, man. I didn't give a shit after that.
You know what? So if I'm Finn and you cut away during my best moment of the match, I would have been fucking pissed.
You push him away and start going at that, right?
Literally, I'm gushing blood and it's coming down my face. That's wrestling in a nut. That's the drama. And you cut away from it.
I would have been mad when I went to the back room. I would have been like, all right, so who decided not to capture my fucking moment?
Exactly. Those are the most. Sometimes those are the most iconic moments. Stone Cold Steve Austin, Britt Baker, and 1,000 other moments that you see blood dripping down the face. And
that would have made this match so much more.
Exactly. And
dude, if Mox had it, he would be ripping those fucking
Mox was
rolling
right
over
in his grave. Mox was rolling over in his grave, like, what the fuck,
he'd be
man?
Pulling the stitches out, making himself bleed more, and going back at it.
Yeah.
You got to think though too, Finn. Yeah, he's been with WWE a long time, but there's got to be like, damn, man, you guys cut away in the best moment of the match, man. You fucked it up. Now, granted,
ruined the moment.
You ruined the moment. And you only saw Edge, moving fucking ladders and furniture around the whole time, and it totally killed the whole momentum of the match. The match itself was actually pretty good. There was a lot of good There was a good table spot with a coup de grace, and then Finn going off that little platform that was conveniently right there. Not sure where that came from, but he jumped off it. He jumped off it through the table. It was fine.
Landed on a table that was slightly a bit.
It was already bowed when Edge was on it.
Really, there's a camera right by the platform.
It had a little dent in it. You know, it looked a little bendable.
It's like, other than that, the match itself, the Hell in a Cell, is it going to be one of the all-time great, memorable Hell in a Cell matches? No, it's not. Yeah, but I think it finished the story between Edge and Judgment Day. Yep. Hopefully.
Yep.
Yep. Edge coming out tomorrow, Monday Night Raw, and if he even mentions Judgment Day, it's unfortunate.
Yeah.
It really is, because I don't know where else is to go with this.
Yeah.
But it was a good Hell in a Cell match.
Has he beat Dom yet?
I don't care. I don't want him to face Dom. I just don't. It doesn't
I don't know,
matter.
man. Puerto Rico Backlash, Dom and Edge. They're going. They're gonna continue this Judgment Day thing.
They're not.
Hey, they continued Roman. Who fucking knows what they're gonna continue?
Let's not go there, please.
Just continue the same storylines we've been doing.
We're not gonna start that back up. Well, what's next?
My favorite match. My favorite match is next. The biggest pop of the night is next.
Biggest pop of the night. So Snoop Dogg and The Miz had a little another segment. Snoop Dogg put Miz in a match against Shane O'Mac. Here comes the money. Here we go. Dollar bills, y'all.
You know what they say? Money.
Money, Monet makes the world go around, right? So, guys, I've been waiting for this all night.
Let me just say this.
Smoke, hold up. I've been waiting to get this off my chest all night.
Go for it, man. Get it.
The biggest pop of the night was Shane McMahon's knee. Literally, all right, you guys want to throw some heat my way? Go ahead. I don't give a shit. All right. So when Shane McMahon went down holding his knee, I haven't laughed that hard in a really long time, and I needed that. Because this WrestleMania
stressed me out.
That.
There you go. I needed that, literally. Shane, how's that knee doing, buddy?
It's a knee slapper.
I'm gonna be honest with you.
Super kick party.
I just keep going.
I'm gonna be honest with you. Like,
it was like I needed something to feel good about, because I'm so negative on WrestleMania. I'm so negative about these matches. And then when Shane McMahon came out, it was a deflating feeling. I was like, really, Shane McMahon? But then when he did, he tried to jump over and then do whatever he did, and then grabbed his knee, and then went down, and then grabbed his knee again. I literally, this is no joke, these guys confirm it, I was on the floor laughing my fucking ass off. Shane McMahon, he gets the last laugh. He's rich. He's got a lot of money. He'll recover. What does it matter what I think about Shane McMahon getting injured, right?
You fell to the floor faster than Shane did, man. You were, you were going.
It was the funniest moment of this WrestleMania, and it was one of my highlights. If I actually do a top 10 highlight of WrestleMania, Shane getting injured. But I know a lot of people are like, "Damn, man, you're pretty fucked up wanting somebody to get injured in a wrestling event." No, I'm not. I just thought it was funny. But all right, go ahead, guys.
Yeah, you know what they say. Just a big.
I just ain't no way I'm gonna be 50 some years old and up here doing splits in the air and then can't make my way back down like that. Ain't no way in hell.
He was like he was like you know, shuffling out there.
When I saw him jump that high, I said, "Oh, it's getting a little dangerous right now." Like, what's going on? And then when he landed back down, oh my gosh, man.
He pulled a Vince McMahon. He pulled a daddy right there, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, they try to get involved. Vince McMahon had the worst stunner of all time last year at 79 years old, whatever how fucking old he is. And then Shane McMahon being seasoned now, he seems like he's still in relatively good shape.
Yeah.
We know that, right? He seems like he was out there, but then when he got on the mic, he was huffing and puffing. The highlight of this all, really, not only Shane going down, but apparently, now, we can't confirm this now. I mean, something that will come to light later on tomorrow. But the ref, Jessica, is it Jessica Carr, I think her name is?
Scoops.
Scoops, we call her here. For other reason we'll probably get into later. She said, do the people's elbow to Snoop Dogg, who continued the segment.
And saved it.
And was an improvisational genius, because that actually saved the segment, and Snoop Dogg getting the pin on The Miz, which
one of
actually
the highest jumps I've seen on an elbow.
no, seriously, Snoop got some elevation on that shit.
You think Ziggler jumps? Nah, Snoop and Scoops.
That was actually
Save the
tremendous.
night.
A segment that could have been a disaster ended up getting saved by Snoop Dogg, which I never thought I would say.
Shane, go home and check the
Hey,
knees
listen,
out, brother.
Shane McMahon, get well soon. Just don't appear on TV again, okay, guy? All right. But, hey, we talked about the main event. That was night 2 of WrestleMania. It's in the books, guys.
It's in the books.
How do you guys feel about... Okay, so let's talk about this, too, because I'm sure we still got time, right? We're not on a time crunch.
But yes, we are. I gotta be at work in the morning.
Okay, so...
I gotta drive a truck, you know.
Okay, so overall impressions of WrestleMania 39. Anything you guys want to talk about, you want to emphasize? From match 1 to Austin Theory versus John Cena, all the way up to Roman Reigns. What are your collective thoughts on WrestleMania 39 as a whole?
They could have done better.
Okay.
They could have done a lot better, clearly. And then clearly there was a budget this year because they went all out on the stage. I'd rather a simpler stage and a bigger budget for entrances, storytelling, gear. You know, I wanted you to go all out in that aspect. I could have did without the stage if they were going to have all the all the wrestlers come out in boring.
Don't you think because
entrances.
the entrances or the stage setup, they were kind of limited on the entrances? Maybe.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But true, but gear comes out of their own pockets. So.
Gear comes out of their own pocket. I was mostly talking about
So-
like the entrance. Like I feel like they went out all out last year for their entrances. And then now it's just like it was very just basic. But overall storytelling, the lack of build up and slow build up, it could be better. And I knew this one wasn't going to be but I thought it was. So yeah, it could have been better.
All right, Dean, what are your final thoughts on WrestleMania 39?
Better than expected.
Okay.
The build-ups were shit. Most
Yeah.
of them, almost all of them. And I saw some of you. I got rid of Twitter, but I brought it back for WrestleMania season just to see what you guys were gonna say.
Yep.
So when I hop back on and I see people going like, "You don't understand, the Cody thing is not out of nowhere. Him going to the Indies is part of the story. Stop reaching. I see you reaching. You're gonna overextend your elbow. You're gonna get hurt.
Yeah.
You're reaching too hard. All right. You can make a case for Roman. The Roman thing. I'm gonna sound like you guys. The Roman storyline has been brewing since he popped out of the womb because he is the tribal chief. Shut the fuck up. Okay, you can make a story out of all this shit.
Yeah, of course.
But at the end of the day, storylines just weren't that great this year. But they did what they could, and I think overall, it was all right, man. It was a good WrestleMania. Wasn't the best, but wasn't the worst. I thought it was gonna be the shits, but I'm all right.
I would say, based on the finishes, especially of the main event, and night 1 actually being more satisfying than obviously night 2, my personal opinion on WrestleMania 39, I didn't have a lot of emotion going into this one except for the main event. I didn't really care on much of the outcomes because you can kind of go either way with it. But I would probably say my final thoughts on WrestleMania 39, it was slightly better than I thought it would be because my expectations was very low.
Yeah.
And now we're going to rank it. I'm going to say WrestleMania 39 for me is going to be, I'm probably going a little higher than I thought I would, but because of the match quality for certain matches, I didn't think were going to be as good. I'm going to go 7.5.
Yeah.
Because now if Cody would have won the match, I could have easily bumped it like to 8.5 and make it a 9. But the Omos Brock Lesnar match was a dud. The women's tag team match was a dud. I didn't really care on the outcome of the tag match for the men. And even though it was a good quality match, Shane McMahon getting injured, tearing his ACL. I'm not a doctor. I don't know what happened with that, but that was funny as fuck. That actually bumped it up a 0.5 for me. And Snoop Dogg did extremely well. And yeah, but I'm gonna give it a 7.5 out of 10. And that I was thinking 6, 7 tops going into this WrestleMania, but because of those little things here and there, it it exceeded my expectations, and that's why I have to rank it so high. Wait, hold up. By the way, Prime Drink, if you guys want to sponsor us, this guy drinks. He buys it by the case. He's got like trucks being delivered like to his house on the daily.
Yeah, I got clipboards and everying, man.
Yeah, he's taking inventory.
They're backing up to the
Smoke here. He works at a reputable place, and he's wiped clean every single day because of this guy. You know what? They don't even bother going to Smoke's place anymore. They just go straight to his house because they know where it's coming.
All, man, I got it all. You live out of the country, I got you. Just hit me up at 99 Dean Walker.
Yep.
Yeah.
And till next time,
ain't no babies tonight, because we're wrapped up.
Oh man, Smoke's taking the headset off.
All right, y'all.
All right, so let's finish this here. WrestleMania 39 is in the books. I'm Neal Pretty Boy Thomas. This is
Dean Walker at 99 Dean Walker on all of your social media.
And
we
got
boy Cordell, aka Smoke.
That is it. We are out. Bye bye.